All right, I don't remember what we're talking about. Let's talk about the baby.
The baby?
Yeah, let's talk about the baby. Have you heard about what happened?
No.
Shit. He said something about don't suck dick in the parking lot and like throw your lighters up if you don't suck dick or something, or all my straight guys throw your lighters up or some shit like that. And he's being eviscerated.
Honestly, kind of good.
Yeah, you think so?
Maybe. Depending on how he said it. I don't know.
It was like sort of derogatory and then
kind of fucked up.
a little bit, but nothing super crazy. Like, think about this. First off, he's been dropped from the entire summer music festival circuit, which is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
They make so much fucking money. These artists create these circuits, or there's these circuits where they run through these music festivals in the summer, and it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why when they make most of their money.
Yeah.
And every single circuit dropped him, and he's taken off, basically.
Damn.
Canceled, I guess, is what the kids would say.
Yeah.
And
the cancel culture.
so yeah, and then it wasn't even that bad, in my opinion, what he said. It wasn't like extremely derogatory. And I don't get your response to this is where we decide to draw the lines for morality and what we tolerate and what we're willing not to tolerate. The very beginning of his career, he killed somebody right before in a Walmart.
Yeah.
He killed, like, I think it was like a teenage kid that maybe pulled his gun, and then he pulled his gun out and he killed him. And he used like news footage audio for like an intro, or he would use that in his music, or he did. So he's using and marketing himself based off of a murder that he committed in a Walmart.
Yeah.
As to like boost his career in a way. Like he thought that it's a good angle.
Right.
To kind of show how fucking real he is, and that's the same. That's
badass.
Yeah. How he's really about it, or he's real.
Yeah. He's hood.
Yeah. So fast forward, and he's at a music festival, and he tells people not to suck people's dick in a parking lot, and he said, "Throw your lighters up if you're straight," and that destroys his career. But marketing his career off of murdering somebody, that's cool. We're cool with that. Like, we're cool with that.
When you put it that way.
But not the dick sucking in the parking lot stuff.
If you're straight.
We don't do that.
Yeah. I know, I forget his name. It's like YMW Nelly, something like that. Yeah.
He killed somebody, but he's in prison.
Yeah. That song, yeah, but he's in prison right now, currently. Yeah, that, because I kind of had that thought too. I was like, maybe he's a little different because isn't he like a psychotic case, mental illness? I think that's what he has.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be their angle.
Maybe it is different, but that's the thing with cancel culture, is they pick and choose what they want to be mad at and what's okay. When you're like, that's very hypocritical of you. To all of us, it's like we can see how hypocritical it is. But within the cancel culture, they literally just pick and choose what they're okay with and what they're not. I mean, they, who is it? Rick Ross wrote a song about basically date rape, drugging someone, raping them. And
what was it?
We're okay. Yeah, like some in her drink, she ain't even know it. Took her upstairs, she ain't even know it.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
I took her upstairs and I enjoyed that.
She didn't even know it.
She didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Took her home and I enjoyed that after drugging her.
Yeah.
That was kind of recent.
And so, yeah. And
that got some backlash, I think.
Do you think?
a little bit. I think it affected his pockets a little bit.
I haven't seen enough. In my opinion, those are the people we should completely cancel. Like, he shouldn't just be losing money. He should be canceled. But someone like, who are we just talking about?
Losing a little bit of money. We're talking about the baby.
Oh, yes.
Ross lost a little bit. Okay, so yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, I think he should be canceled, whereas the baby should be losing a little bit of money for what he did. Because what he said, I feel like, was less serious than what Rick Ross said.
Rick Ross lost one deal, I think, like an Adidas deal or something, in the backlash of him talking about drugging a girl and taking her home and raping her.
I know he still gets features though.
And he's making a lot of money, and he's been made a lot of money since he said that.
That's
the
what
baby,
I'm confused about.
The baby's been taken off of everything, dropped from every clothing label. They're like,
that's my issue.
Finished.
That's my issue right there. Like, how are you going to be okay with Rick Ross still getting features, still making music, potentially more triggering music, but also not even being confronted for what he potentially could have done to this girl in the song? Not only are we not holding him accountable, but we're canceling people who could actually be nice. And
yeah,
I don't know.
It's very interesting to me where we decide to draw the lines morally and what we decide to accept and reject and stuff, because it's all just kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, don't be mean to people and say mean things to people in general, right? Mm-hmm. He said the mean stuff to the gay people, and it's like, okay, I don't know, like, because you could do that with any other group and it wouldn't really do anything.
I think that's the thing.
They're like a protected group.
Offended. Yeah. I'm offended.
Yeah, and they're just an extremely protected group of people, to where, like, if he said some like backhanded insult, like, what is almost like, it wasn't even that extreme. It was kind of vanilla. It wasn't even like super derogatory what he said. You know?
Yeah.
It's the sucking dick in the parking lot, the lighters thing. It's like, it's pretty fucking, I don't know.
I can imagine
it's not that intense.
Kind of like, put your lighters up if you don't suck dick, or put your lighters up if you're straight. Like some shit like that. That wouldn't really bother me, I don't think.
Yeah. I could see why people would be upset.
Because if he said, put your lighters up if you don't suck dick, technically, like, lesbians could. If that's how he said it. I don't know if that's how he said it or how he meant it, but
I'm going to look it up real quick.
What he said.
Because this is losing him so much fucking money.
That's crazy.
It's just kind of terrifying, to be honest, like, because he had no idea in that moment that he was ending his fucking career.
Right.
He was just like letting it talk, and he said some shit that could have offend a specific like subgroup in America.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like personally, there's something happening.
I was going to say, I think it could be the community, LGBTQ community, are the ones who are so loud, they make it so that these people get like consequences or whatever. Because I can totally see it like, oh, the baby said this and he's not getting canceled. How is he getting away with this? But coming from like the LGBTQ community, and companies really listen to the LGBTQ community.
Yeah,
because
they got strength.
They're so loud.
They're loud as
They're
fuck.
so damn loud.
And that shit just like, they can just shut shit down.
Exactly. Companies don't want to look bad. So we're like, oh, we don't want somebody representing us who this community hates because they're so fucking loud. Like, we just don't want to be involved in that. I think everyone is scared of the LGBTQ community.
It's kind of crazy if you think about how much power they do yield today. And and it's a lot.
They
it's
control a lot more than we think.
Yeah, they're like imposing their will in a way that, I don't know.
Yeah. I've kind of seen it since the beginning. I mean, ever since they were wanting unisex bathrooms and stuff like that. I'm like, why do we all have to accommodate to such a small percentage of people? Not that you guys aren't valid, but you are a small percentage. So to me, it makes sense to make the majority comfortable rather than the minority.
This small subgroup.
Yeah.
We've ended up just like catering to them, or not catering to
Yeah.
them. They've become a protected class. You can't even joke about it.
Yeah. It's
You really,
so sensitive.
it's extremely fucking sensitive. When you get into those subjects, you know it's sensitive. And I was looking on the comment section of this, the baby shit, the rant, and most of the shit isn't people being offended. So what they're doing isn't even reflecting how people feel about it.
Yeah,
at this point,
it's the loud community who is making companies be like, "Oh, we don't want part in that." Like, no, we don't want the baby representing us, you know, because these companies are afraid of this little army.
That's what it is, right? That is what it is. I think you just hit it on the spot, but that's what he said.
With HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks, put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights up.
If you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your.
Yeah, keep it fucking real. Some of y'all niggas.
If you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lighters up. Career over.
It sounded like he was talking about like HIV though.
Yeah, let's
Like
take it back a bit.
STDs. I mean that's
He did say something
relevant.
Light in the air. Deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die.
Make you die.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks.
If you didn't-
Cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water.
Oh, so
If you didn't show up with a bad disease, put your lighters up. That's what he said.
Cell phone light in the air. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking dick.
If your pussy smell like water, put your cell phone lighters up. Is what he said after that.
Lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
If you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your lighters up.
okay.
That shit.
So,
Okay, yeah. So dissect it.
yeah, that makes sense because he's talking about HIV then and saying if you came in here with a disease.
Yeah, but is it against gay people?
That's-
Straight people can come in with a disease. Straight people don't get STDs. He didn't say the STD thing towards gay
Yeah.
people.
I think
He said that in
it's-
general.
Yeah. Then when he said the pussy smells like water rather than an STD, and if you're not sucking dick, which
In the
would also
parking lot.
contribute to STDs. So I can't tell if he's like shaming
Right.
gay people because they have STDs, because then I can see why they would be upset.
Yeah, but you can't even tell if he is or not.
I can't tell where he's coming from.
But this shit really is very serious.
ruining his career.
Yeah.
Over. I mean, I'm just trying to understand how somebody can be offended by that, you know?
Pussy smell like water thing has nothing to do with fucking gay people whatsoever,
Yeah.
which is the second thing he said. And then if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot.
So basically,
Put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking. Okay, so that was anti-gay right there, I guess.
so he says you're
Fellas.
walking in here with HIV, STDs.
Uh-huh. Not
And-
anything towards gay people.
Right. And then
And then the pussy smell like water, so that has nothing to do with
nothing
gay
to do with gay
people.
people until he
Said
says
the fellas, if
Okay.
you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lighters up.
implying that would give you STDs.
Yeah.
Because it's gay shit.
But it's
Okay.
anti-gay tones.
Oh, apparently. Okay, so I see.
So that's where we're at.
I see. Okay, where it's coming from. Now, are we overreacting, or I would say that's an overreaction. But these days, yeah, it's like you say anything borderline homophobic and you are canceled 100%. Like your name is slandered forever. So that's where he's found himself, I guess.
For a really long time. We'll see what happens to him. So the three kind of sentence rant, only one of the sentences were bashing gay people, and it wasn't even, it was like sort of even subtle.
Yeah.
It wasn't even extreme or anything.
Yeah, it wasn't because I mean, it's not like he was seriously singling out, people. I mean, girls suck dick or straight girls suck dick and whatever else. So like it wasn't directly at gay people, but it was an offensive jab, I guess you could say. I don't know that it's as bad as people are making it out to be.
Yeah. It's just weird and interesting where the lines are drawn about like you can't even say anything even slightly slanderous about this one subgroup, but you can talk about raping
About
somebody.
women. That's my
Yeah.
issue. We need to be focusing on women's issues, not gay people's issues. I'm sorry, love the community, but I think you've had your time. I think women.
We just shift our focus a bit.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like Rick Ross should be canceled. The baby should not.
Yeah, maybe lose an Adidas deal.
Yeah. Lose some money.
Yeah.
But like,
Overall,
let's cancel someone who openly talks about raping women, not somebody who made a gay joke. Come on. Like, it's literally because this community is so loud, and this community, feminism, isn't. Let's be louder, girls. But I think the LGBTQ community has made big strides the last little while. But
this minority community imposes its will in such a strong, it's like effective way. How the fuck? Because now so many corporations are openly pro LGBT and stuff. They could be like somebody that produces missiles for the fucking military,
right?
That's like bombing brown people,
Yeah.
and they'll have in their commercials, they're outside the building, they're gonna have an LGBTQ flag.
Yeah, a flag.
It's like a nice little like, okay, we're good, we're the good guys.
Yeah, that's
Even
exactly.
when they're fucking not.
We're
but
allies.
It's like a marketing strategy.
Mm-hmm. We're one of you. We're your allies.
Yeah.
We're here for you. Doesn't matter what we're doing across the country, but for you, we're here for you.
And also there's a conspiracy that there's an agenda to feminize men and like increase homosexuality and the way the plastics bleed into the water. It alters hormones in a way, like girls go through puberty faster. I'm sure you heard of this. And it also feminizes men. And then there's like sort of like a gay agenda, I guess, and it's part of population control too. If you have people that, if you can increase the homosexuality or if you can increase that, then you're decreasing birth rates.
That makes sense.